Alrighty, guys, we're gonna do an Apoc weapons tier list because I'm bored. Crazy, I know. Let's start off with the Snub Nose. One of the weakest guns in the game that got buffed recently. It does 35 to the head or 30. It's decent all around, but it's still pretty trash. The M1911 is a little buffed version, but yeah. These three are pretty bad, but there's some better options out there. The Mall 459 is a C tier. It's a basic, decent civilian handgun. 15 shots, 9mm. It's pretty much like this one and this one. Yeah. These will all go together. Glock 17 and P220. Two recently added pistols go into B tier. They're really good. The Makarov is gonna go in C tier because you get so much ammo for this, and you can transition to the Scorpion, but it kind of sucks. Still pretty cool looking. Model 29 is a C tier. It's pretty cool. It's pretty powerful. Two tap head. Ish. Ish. You can't mount anything on it. Python is you trade damage. It barely two depths, but you can mount sights on it. First S tier, the Desert Eagle is absolutely broken. You can just go boom, boom, and dead. Okay, let's get to Admirals. Is just gonna go right next to the M9. It just has 50 more fire rate, or maybe even 100. I don't really know. The Tech 9, or no, wait. The Silent Partner is another decent gun. It's decent, but it kind of sucks. That's alright. Machine pistols time. Tech 9 is by far one of the most basic machine pistols. 20 shots, very quick automatic. And it's kind of rare compared to like every other machine pistol as yeah. But yeah. The Uzi is going to go alongside it. It's the opposite of the Tech 9. Instead of being very low attachment but very good in CQC, it's very high attachment amount of 3 instead of 1, with a very slower rate of fire meant for mid-range combat. The Mag 10 is A tier. Quick automatic fire, spew out lead extremely fast, ending your fights very quickly. The MP5K as well, it's just the 9mm version. The Rogue is actually pretty good as well with its buffed up stats and 32 round magazine. And 2 rounds can make a huge difference in a gunfight sometimes. AO-46 is gonna go in C8 tier. It's just a tiny AK-74 with 9 less rounds. The Scorpion is gonna be an S tier. That's right. Why? The only downside to it is that 30 round magazines are kind of rare, but other than that, it's really powerful. Spews lead. Okay, let's do the automat. Let me explain why. Let me explain why it's a D tier. Let me put the next to chart. Let me explain why this is. Okay, the automat Makarov has the exact same stats. I'll put a picture up on screen. It has the exact same stats besides two things. It has worse hipfire accuracy and it's automatic. I call it the auto clicker Makarov. The Snake's Mach 10. This is, I mean, there's better options out there, but it's still S tier. The Sweeper is an A tier. You load up 8 shots. It's very quick time to kill. You just go boom, boom, boom. You fire like 3 shots and like target's dead. Alright, let's get into sawed-off sidearms. The Lupara is a C tier. There, it shoots 2 rounds, reload. It's a decent sidearm, It's not the best, but it can work in CQC. The Vagrant is straight up just a meme gun. If you're carrying this, you're either me and put a rifle scope on it to meme around and have a little bit of fun, or you just carry it just 'cause that's all you can find. The broadside is a A-tier gun. It fires both barrels at once, meaning a instant one tap, which makes it pretty good, but not that good when you have to deal with groups. The Obrez is a basic pocket. It's a pocket PU. Does more damage than the M44, so it gets a slot up in B tier. Does 55 to the head, which is the most of any sidearm in the game. The stunt, it's S tier. It is no longer a cut down AK, it's a chopped up foul. You should look at the stats. It is very close. It even has the same recoil. Okay. We'll do knives last. Let's get into rifles. The Winchester is a decent rifle. 8 shots, 44. It can be better. It does work a little well. The Ball 788 is going to go in D tier just because it can 2-tap for some reason, but it's got a horrible scope. The 788 Carbine, on the other hand, can 2-tap, or will 2-tap head as well, but has a much better scope. At the cost of a rarer ammo. You know what? I'll put them next to each other. The M1903 is a B tier rifle. Even when you find it off of Infected, they'll commonly have a rifle scope, making it a great gun for sniping in the early game. 2-tap head, yeah. The Camp Carbine. Okay, the Camp Carbine is a very basic 15-shot rifle with no recoil, but mediocre damage. It's got the similar damage to this, except it's a primary. Not great. Still not horrible. Okay, the Model 44 Carbine is a upgraded variant. It's like a 10-shot M1 carbine that 2-taps head. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The M1 carbine, though, is absolutely great. It's 15 shots. You go bang, 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 and they're probably dead. Let's be honest here. It's a budget automatic rifle. Yeah. The M1 Garand is a decent DMR, 6-shot, or 8 shots, sorry. You got the ping, you got all of that. The SKS, on the other hand, is a very similar weapon. It takes stripper clips instead of a M-block clip. It holds 10 shots of 7.62x39, making it a decent all-around, but it's not the best compared to your other options. The SVT-40 is a interesting rifle in the fact that it has terrible drop-off when you try and use it as an effective DMR. That may just be me, but yeah. It's gonna go in B tier though. The M44 is F tier just because it doesn't 2-tap for some reason, even though its American brother does. Please explain, bro. The Mini 14 I've held off because it's a beach. It's top of C tier. It is a great gun. 20 shots, 5.56. You can transition to like an XM if you find that, or like an A1, or the better semi-automatic 5.56 rifle. Yeah, you can get this thing a lot though. The M14 DMR is a great DMR all around. It's got 20 shots, 30 if you're extremely lucky, but yeah, it's really good DMR. I think that's all of them. I think we should do shotguns. The coach gun. Actually, you know what? I'll put in D tier because at least you can get somewhat of a few kills with it. Yeah, the 5 is really good, but they did nerf bump down the fire rate. The SPAS 12, it's good. 8 shots, you go bam, bam, bam. The target's dead. Maverick 88, on the other hand, is D tier. The pump action, you go boom, ka-chunk. And it's just like kind of annoying. This gives it at least a bottom D tier slot, but it's just oh. The boomstick, on the other hand, is pretty good. Plus, you got that drip factor because of the Evil Dead series, mainly Army of Darkness is what this is from, and Doom 2. But yeah, it's okay, I guess. Oh, I forgot to rank the Jeremiahs. The Jeremiahs is it's an okay rifle. Takes 357 Magnum, shares ammo with the Python, which can be found pretty commonly if you just make one trip to Ashland. So yeah. Alright, I think I'll do snipers next. The PU is B tier. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. The L9 is S. The M40 is A, because L9 is better. The PSG is B. The Dragonov is an A. Anymore? Oh yeah, the Tank Gewehr is S, just cause it's funny and is doing like 125 now. All I know is that this thing kills you if you even if you have a health booster now, like a basic health booster, not like any of the crazy ones, but it'll protect you very well. It'll make sure you put a hole. Only issue is that you only have irons. Submachine guns. We'll do the M3A1. It's a basic automatic weapon. You find this at the beginning of the game. You can easily get a kill or two with it. It is very slow, but it has very low recoil in return. The M1 Tommy gun is the complete opposite of that. You're sacrificing 10 rounds for a higher rate of fire and higher recoil. But if you're lucky, or just head to Gambler's Den, you can find a 50 round magazine that makes it a absolute demon in CQC. You can blow like that entire 50 round magazine and win a lot of fights very well. The MP5 is a great submachine gun. You find this at the beginning of your game most likely off of VIP Infected, making a great all-rounded submachine gun. Great for new players, great for a lot of people. It's C tier. It's kind of bad, and it's got a better option. The map 49 is just better. It's not easier to find, but yeah. The bootleg is basically just the MP40, but with 3 more shots, and is pretty close to the map 49. The Bison is disappointing. It's extremely rare. It is the highest capacity SMG, but it has terrible long range accuracy, terrible damage, terrible rate of fire. It's just okay. And the M2 carbine just OP. It's a little OP. Alright. Think we can do battle rifles. I'm gonna include the bar, even though it's technically a machine gun for its time period, but it's technically a battle rifle. Now, the classification, if it was reclassified nowadays, it'd be a battle rifle, technically. Yeah. The bar is a B tier. It's a early game battle rifle. The G3 is another really good gun. They nerfed all the battle rifles. They no longer 3-tap head. I know you can't use them because you had a skill issue. Yeah. The FAL is another B tier. And I have a gripe to make about the M14. It's legitimately a Patriot with similar damage. Or they both 3-tap. Does Patriot 3-tap head? Or no, they both 4-tap head. So it does pretty similar damage. They both are basically CQC oriented, but the M14 does have extended range. And that's about it. It's got very similar stats and has worse hipfire accuracy, so yeah. I'll put it in top at least. It almost makes it a B tier. Okay, let's do assault rifles and carbines. The filtered is F. It's just a downgrade. The only time you're using this is either to meme around, like joke around, or roleplay if you're that kind of person, or you find out at the beginning of your game. The AKS-74U it's okay. It's great, you know, if you control the recoil, you can absolutely destroy people with the extremely high rate of fire, but in turn it has terrible accuracy. The XM is just a great all-around mid-game rifle, 5.56, which is pretty meta caliber. The AK is another B tier. It's a great early slash mid game. It's not like a freshy weapon, but it gets the job done. The Spetsnaz, it's pretty good. I've been able to dominate it by using a Spetsnaz recently because, oh my gosh, the high rate of fire makes it really good. The Patriot is gonna go in the B tier, and I'll explain why. It's got a 100 round drum magazine, making it basically like actually it's kind of like an LMG, but it's just good. Only issue is no attachments. That's about it. And the horrible range on it. The operator is it's an 8. It's top of A tier rifle. Okay, it's S tier. It's really good. Low recoil, great all around. The AC-556 is another amazing rifle. 30 shots, most likely. 20 most of the time. It's 30 shots, unless you're reloading a mid-fight. I have to use a 20 rounder, but it's pretty great. You can get it at the beginning of your game if you head to Hastings, making it a great rifle. The AKM is S tier as of the recent update. The 74 as well is another S tier. They're both insanely good. The M16A2, it's C tier. M14 stop. Actually, I'm gonna put it in like there. The M16A2 is kind of meh. I mean, it's burst. We all know how much burst sucks. It's not 3-tap head, which would make it actually really good. But yeah, the A1, it's a it's it's a 5.56 NATO M14 actually. These two are very close. These two are very close. The AUG is it's A tier. It's honestly it's S tier. I lied. It's really good. It's got an in. The only issue is if you hate the inbuilt scope, and you can't add a laser if you're going for hipfire accuracy. All right, let's rank LMGs. We're gonna start off with the airsoft gun. Makes sense. It's literally an airsoft gun. What do you think it shoots? It shoots BBs. Okay, the 1919 A6 is a it's a solid machine gun. It's the most early game machine gun you could get. It used to be the end game machine gun, but now it's really good. You can find this not only in the back of mines, however, it is the only weapon that'll spawn in the back of mines. Fun fact. If you want to get your hands on it, just head to Hastings Gun Store. The 249 saw is B tier. It's very similar with better options out there, and it's just like there's just better options, you know. The M60 is another one of these. No, I'm kidding. It gets itself in the A tier. It's just better. This is S tier. It's been S tier because low recoil. Actually, the ADS time is terrible. The Paratrooper is a better option than the 249. It's only so little better, but it'll wreck. The PKM is another A tier, and the Trooper is S. why the PKM cannot take underbarrel. And it has a decently, it's got a really common ammo type, but the trooper is just common ammo type. Just go to any barn and you'll get a surplus of it. It takes all attachments. Only issue is it's bulky. Let's rank melees. It basically goes that, 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 actually that, and that. Actually, this gets moved down a little. There you go. That's my weapon tier list. Go on, explain. Hate me in the comments. Hate me in the comments. I dare you. I dare you. Just hate me in the comments.